Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dragalia Foundry, a fan channel where everything Dragalia Lost can be found. This video is going to contain my summoning session on the Gala Dragalia featuring Chronos Nyx, Halloween Laxi, and Halloween Sylas. We are going for all three today. I haven't gotten either adventure, I have not gotten Chronos Nyx any copies yet in the free summons we've had up until now. Basically got just some dragon dupes, one Rose Queen Unbind, which was kind of helpful, but otherwise pretty much just Eldwater. Haven't had anything of note on the free summons on this particular showcase. So we're going to probably be doing a lot of summoning today. 3 targets on a Gala banner is difficult to say the least. We've been in this scenario before. I can think back to when I was going for Gala Adric and Summer Leonidas, and it's a very real possibility that we get to the end of all of our stash here and have not collected all 3 of our targets for today. So we may have to make some tough choices. This may end up being a difficult and arduous summoning session. We'll see how things pan out. I'm optimistic. We're at the beginning here. I haven't been crushed by dragon duplicates just yet, but this is one I'm a little bit fearful of, especially as we head into November and the resources start to dwindle. So let's see how it turns out. We're going to summon. I hope that we're lucky. Hopefully you've been lucky on this summon showcase too. Of course, tomorrow the Halloween Fantasia happens, so just a quick PSA before we get into things. Remember, tomorrow is the free 100-fold summon. Make sure, if no other day, you log in tomorrow, get your free 100 summons, which are going to give you a chance to get some of these limited Halloween adventures. I think it's cool that they're bringing this back for a week, with tomorrow being the most important day of that showcase, since that is the one and only day that you can use your free 100-fold. So that is happening tomorrow. I'll post my 100-fold summon tomorrow and also give more of a review of the Halloween characters at that time. I also wanted to see when that banner comes out who is Worm Sigil eligible, and coincidentally on this one, they threw in Gala Xena in addition to Laxi, Sylas, and for Dragons, Chronos Nyx. As you can see, held 0, don't have Laxi or Sylas, so yeah, we are really, we're going to test our luck here, test the limits of our luck. We're at 6.5%. We do have the Scratchathon summon that I got today. I assume it's the end of the Scratchathon period. If not, maybe I just coincidentally got lucky toward the end, but I feel like it's probably the end. I'll see when I log in tomorrow. It's around this time, so I assume it's the end. We'll do that to break up the monotony if we ever get to a point here in our summoning that things have taken a turn for the worse. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get into things. So I want to try and increase my appearance rate for 5 stars to 7%. So in order to do that, I'm going to do some singles. With me already having increased the pity rate to 6.5, I'm going to go ahead and go through these singles one by one, just in case. We don't have a lot of single vouchers. I figure it's worth taking the extra time here with 3 targets. So we'll do these as quickly as we can before hopping into the 10-folds. And really on this showcase, I do think it's extremely high value. What surprised me is that Chronos Nyx is just so much better than expected on paper. His kit looked good on paper, good modifiers on the dragon skill, good unique ability that relates to staying in dragon form longer and how the dragon gauge is consumed differently for Nyx. And then the good 100% strength. All of those things seem fine, but when you couple that with just truly disgusting modifiers on the basic attacks and Dragon Strike that Chronos Nyx has, it's overall a recipe for something that is just wild. It's been wild to see some of these clears that people are doing. True solos of Legend Tartarus, that is not something I was expecting to see. So it's Chronos Nyx is a dragon that certainly exceeded all my expectations, and I already wanted to summon, but that brings it up the ladder as far as who I'd want from this showcase, I think. I was really focused on Laxi, since I think that she provides a lot of really helpful utility, and she is a good adventurer, but if you already have Yuden, Gala Yuden, and get Nyx, you might literally not need any other teammate to be able to clear Legend Tartarus, which is kind of absurd. But so it goes. I guess it is a sign that we've broken past the Legend Agito difficulty at this point, which does make me wonder just how hard the Legend Sinister Dominion's going to be, and then the Primordial Great Worms after that. They might be willing to really push things here as far as the difficulty, seeing how some of these Legend fights are broken wide open. I don't know if y'all have seen some of these clears of Kayan as well, where you can literally get Kayan down to 1 HP, and then it essentially skips the Berserk phase for you. He goes into Berserk, but then immediately dies right afterward because he's only on 1 health. So there's some pretty crazy things that you can do, as we have 2 singles left here. Let's see if we get our pity rate up, or if we get a 5-star. But there are some pretty crazy things you can do. You know, Volk was the first Legend Agito fight that came out. That one, from the get-go, it was very clear that you could skip the Berserk phase entirely, especially in co-op. There are strategies that could reliably do that, because Volk had a long wind-up animation that he would always do before entering Berserk phase, and if you kill him during that, you could short-circuit the hardest part of the fight. It's even possible to do in solo. Now I think there might even be like true solos of it, maybe a Gala Leonidas true solo or something. Would not be surprised or shocked by that at all. But at the time, it was, pretty challenging. So, okay, we have 7% here. We didn't end up hitting anything, so I guess we could have done all 10 at once, but we took the more conservative route. Let's go ahead and use some of our vouchers. As you can see, just based on our Wormite and Tenfolds alone, we don't actually have enough to spark, but then when you factor in the Diamantium, we do. So that Diamantium came from anniversary pack purchases, and we are breaking our pity rate, so let's see how many 5-stars. It's just 1. I hope that we can see one of our Halloween adventures to start things off, or if it's a dragon, let it be Chronos Nyx. Alright, so it's going to be a sword adventure. So it seems like we're not going to hit one of our Halloween adventurers in this circle. As far as swords, Undercover Grace could be a thing. That would be a fantastic pickup if it does happen to be her. But it is, just to be frank, most likely going to be a duplicate. And it is, but it's Pecorine. We haven't seen her in a while. There was certainly a part of me that thought, maybe we're going to get a Carol and I guess Kokoro. I'm not too familiar with Princess Connect, but we're going to get a banner with those 2 characters for the month of November, because maybe they'll want to do another Princess Connect sort of mini collab in lieu of a bigger collab like the Mega Man one that involves another franchise that's outside of the Cygames wheelhouse. I do still think that could be a possibility eventually, just like how we might get another follow-up event to Grimnir and Vania's event, since those characters Cygames should have a little bit more access to. No 5-stars that time around, and as you can see, we've gone through our vouchers now, and we are already dipping into the Wormite. Okay, 5-star this time. Who is it gonna be? 3 of them, okay. Let's clear the banner right here. Alright, Blade, and Dragon, and another Dragon. So that Blade, I'm hoping to see Armored Yachio. That would be a really nice pickup. If it's Armored Yachio, that's fantastic. There must be some other Blades I'm missing, but she's the one that is first in my heart, I guess. And it's actually a Yukata Lathna. Alright, well, as you can see, I do have Yukata Lathna. I actually picked her up on the Wind Focus banner, so fairly recently. And of course, who to go alongside Lathna but Nyarlathotep here? Seems appropriate. But then, I forgot we got 3 on this one. Then we got our Chronos Nyx. Alright, so 1/3 of the way there on our targets. Chronos Nyx isn't a bad one to hit early here, as extra unbinds are sort of good in this case. The others would just be extra Eldwater, so I don't mind this. This is probably a good route to go. Lathna is an adventure I really want to start testing out a little bit more too. Just having a Blade co-ability with Dragon Haste like Ieyasu is something that I found to be really intriguing about her kit, but I didn't go for her the first time that she was around. Nyarlathotep, not a great dragon, but could be a candidate to get the 5th Unbind, and that might significantly help. So we'll see if that happens. We know that those are happening with a regular cadence now. But Chronos Nyx is just just too much. It's such a good dragon. And yeah, as I said in this month in Dragalia Lost, like, people really like this dragon, so I'm excited to try Chronos Nyx out myself and see what that feels like. But anyway, we've gotten one of our targets. I guess we can continue on. We have 100 worm sigils. Let's go ahead and do our scratchathon, though, to break things up, and we'll just check. This seems to be split among all dragons, including Gala dragons, but maybe not newer ones, like there's no Bahamut here, for example. So we're gonna spin the wheel, totally random, and see what happens. I'm hoping it's a dragon who we don't have. There's a few of those, or one that we need an unbind of at the very least. Giovanni, Tieshan Gongju, Raphael, and of course, this is okay. All right, Poseidon, welcome back. I'm going to farm you up. I'm gonna farm up your essences, and then I'm gonna sell you for Eldwater. Poseidon's actually legit good now with the 5th Unbind, especially with the auto Surtur comps. Perfectly serviceable dragon. Can also use High Mercury, of course, but it's just funny. It hasn't happened in a while, but there was a stretch where it was like every dragon ticket, every dupe dragon was Poseidon for me. It's been maybe a year, half a year since I was in that phase of my life, but apparently I have not really moved on from that yet as we get another Poseidon there. All right, back to our regularly scheduled programming. 2 more to go, Sylas and Laxi. Sylas, I think, doesn't feel as necessary, but he would help with consistency for autoing Master Surtur. That's not something that you really need to do, since the Master difficulty, you probably just want to play 3 times a week for bonuses, and outside of that, it's not like something that you actually need to actively farm, whereas Expert, you probably want to farm. So it's not really something I super need, but with them being seasonal, I would rather collect them now than have to try collect them if I want them on a future showcase that is just a mix of many different seasonal adventurers, since I am pretty well caught up on the rest of the seasonal collection. So I think that that's one of the reasons motivating me here is that scarcity, which is a little bit of a bad thing that's associated with gachas. Okay, we're getting some 5 stars, another dragon, and a mana caster. Yo, okay. All right, we have a good chance here. We have a good chance of picking up Laxi as we get a Ramiel to go along with our mana caster. Very nice. Ramiel, still a very useful dragon, you know, despite the existence of Bahamut. Not a bad dragon to have, and not a bad android to have appear. Laxi, coming through, Halloween edition, Sylas in the background. Alright, I feel very relieved right now, because this means we're not going to be in summoning purgatory. No matter what happens, if we end this with a spark, so be it, but we'll have cleared the banner at least, and we can be at peace with that. Alright, I feel great about this. Okay, so Laxi, wow, I can't wait to try her out. I haven't done any of those 1-minute unit reviews lately, but one of the reasons for that is I like to summon the adventure first and actually get a chance to play with them, and I want to focus those on timely and relevant adventures to the extent possible. So I missed last week, but was doing the week before that with adventures who had recently released, so I think the next couple, if our summoning succeeds here, and it seems like it's going to, I think the next couple will be about Laxus and Sylas respectively, even though it's a little unfortunate the timing that they're not going to be summonable for much longer, so I've got to think about a better way to approach that, but I'm not sure there is without summoning immediately, or just relying on found footage of other people using them. Anyway, the Laxi, the Flash Burn, the Dispel, her shared skill seems good. She has a good Chain Co ability. She's a rapid fire mana caster, good Overdrive Shred. I think there's a lot to like with her, so I'm really looking forward to trying her out. And we're not that far in as far as the amount of summons we've had to do. This is actually pretty good. We'll continue on with our Wormite, and save the Diamantium. One of the reasons I'm saving it is for the Dream Summon, as I haven't done that yet. And we're getting another 5-star, so it's another dragon, alright, fair enough. Maybe it'll be another Nyx Unbind. I don't think I'd keep 2, I just don't have enough Sunlight Stones for that. And hey, there we go. That is a Sunlight Stone save for me. It's a powerful enough dragon that I could totally see the merits to having multiple, but a lot of the power comes from the shapeshifted mode. When it's just used on an AI that's not going to transform, it's not really that different than, let's say, Cupid with the 5th Unbind, the recent Cupid upgrade. So yeah, it is one that, much like Mars, I feel like you want that one copy because of the power that it wields when shapeshifted, but beyond that, you'd rather have other backup dragons unbound and sort of built up. So I would still prefer to go 1 Chronos and then Gala Reborn Jeanne d'Arc. Alright, as we don't get anything on this circle, let's go again. See if we're going to get some more unbinds or what it may be. We're getting a little low. And we are getting a 5-star this time around. That's good. Okay. What do we have here? Oh, a staff. Okay, well, I don't think there are any staff adventures I'm missing, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be a duplicate adventure. Let's see. And it is. It's Heinwald. Heinwald and Carl, a couple of the adventures I thought might appear in our Courtroom Onslaught event, but a lot of the commenters pointed out Xander and Azalith as characters that better fit the description of Braggart, and I would certainly agree, that's sort of what those two characters are known for. I just wondered if we would get another alt of them, but I think it's possible. Among the non-story characters, there is a precedent with Dragalia Nefaria of giving one character 2 alts. She also got a Incognito Nefaria alt, so it certainly is possible. I could see it with Xander, because his Dragalia form was not the best, so it'd be nice to give him a good proper alt. As we get another 5-star yet again. Hopefully it's our Halloween Sylas alt, speaking of alts. And what's it gonna be? It's a bow, y'all. Okay. Let's end it off here. Let's get Sylas. It's rare to have a bow adventure that just seems to be so stacked as Sylas is. At least that's kind of my impression. I've never felt like any of the bow adventures are sort of supercharged and jam-packed with lots of utility and power. There are a few that are really strong. Humanoid Midgard Stormer is very strong for a free adventure, but let's see if we're gonna get... Oh no! Summer Cleo. Alright, well, we summon on. Summer Cleo, of course, for many, would have been a fantastic hit. Fun adventure. Obviously a lot of Cleo fans out there. Isn't she the character with the most alts right now in the game? I feel like with her Yukata edition, she's gotta be up there. She still has a pretty interesting shared skill, although the buffs it provides will get affected by Curse of Nihility, but it can actually still provide the skill refresh, which is very rare, even in a Nihility setting. It's just that, well, I guess one of the purposes of that refresh, a common use in previous builds, was for buff bots themselves to just give another opportunity to charge or spam their first skill, which was usually a buff. That strategy is just not really effective in Nihility content, so you don't really see buff bots implementing that anymore in that type of content. The ones that even can survive in Nihility settings are much more specialized and usually have some built-in limiters like the AMP system that has limitations to it. So anyway, we don't get Sylas here, as I was talking about bow adventures, but we persist. Let's summon some more. We do have that Diamantium nest egg. Starting to look like we may need to tap into it, right? But I don't feel too bad about things. Just the fact that we've had these platinums, I mentioned the Dream Summon earlier, the Platinum Deluxes I meant, it feels good to actually be getting new adventures, but one of the consequences of that for me has been I am pretty short on Champions Testaments. I am pretty short on the materials to build these adventurers, so that has actually increased my incentive to purchase things like the monthly Champions Testaments pack. So I hope this is the case. I hope that the devs see, an actual correlation between having these good value purchases like the Platinum Deluxe and people actually buying things from the shop, because it certainly made me want to buy things from the shop to be able to build the characters I get. So I hope that they see that and then take that as evidence that, hey, let's run stuff like this more often that is actually a good value. Now, if only we could get more good value packs that are more affordable. But we are getting a 5-star here again, a couple of them. So are we going to see another bow? A dragon and a dragon, double dragon, and double rainbow, actually, come to think of it. All right, well, maybe we can finish off our Nyx unbinds just in our summoning. And earlier, I guess I shouldn't have been comparing Cupid to Nyx, as we do get a Cupid. Budget Nyx, very budget. But then we do get a Chronos Nyx, so not too bad. We're saving on some Sunlight Stones here for sure. And Cupid's a good dragon. I actually don't mind. I might keep a second copy now because of the upgrades to Cupid. It might be worth it for demonstrating that things can be done with more available dragons rather than Galas. Since with a couple of those Cupids, I think it is going to be not too bad to clear, like, let's say, Legend Tartarus, even with all welfare units. All right. Nothing this time. We keep getting these 4-star bows at the end. Tantalizing as far as them possibly transforming. But our summoning today has been really nice. We haven't had that much of a drought where we haven't gotten 5 stars. Maybe I should knock on wood, but hey, another couple 5 stars after one blank circle. I'll take it. And double dragon again, okay. So will we get more Chronos Nyx? Will we get Cupid? Let's find out. And what's it gonna be? Oh, we get Apollo. Okay. One Apollo and... Alright, another Chronos Nyx. So maybe before I merge them all together, I will go into puppy mode. Just for the fact that I think I have enough copies to have a lot of Chronos Nyxes around the puppy. And that would be kind of fun. Alright, so we need to do about 70 more summons to spark, and at the rate we're going, that may be where we end up. As far as my dream summon pick, when it comes to the unlimited voucher compared to the seasonal one that we got for free, it's a lot more difficult, I think, with the unlimited voucher. And even with the free one, I recommended Ilya, but immediately someone like Halloween Laxi seems like a very clear upgrade where you're getting Flash Burn, Dispel, all the other utility. And Ilya, I would say, she does have high hit count, that is useful, but mainly, the main reason I would recommend her is just that Flash Burn is very helpful to have and very scarce. So, given that, I think that led me to even reevaluate my opinion on the free voucher, but for the paid one, some of the adventures I'm torn between are Summer Leonidas. Summer Leonidas has a special Battle Royale skill, and believe it or not, that is something that still holds some meaning to me, as I do want to try collect adventures that have that and finish out my series on Battle Royale, even though the viewership is really bad on that one. It kind of shows that that mode is not very popular, nor are those videos, I guess, as we get a staff 5-star here. So we'll see just in case there's anything new. But hold that thought about Summer Leonidas. And who's it going to be? Alright, Summer Verica. Well, she is a fantastic adventure, albeit one we have already. So we need to do... Oh, did we actually have enough to spark? Is this Diamantium just going to live on here? Yeah. Yeah, we do, right? We totally do. Maybe I wasn't counting the free summons in it, but we totally do. So the other thing about Summer Leonidas, he's a good adventurer. He provides some sustainability, being a lance. He has a very unique basic attack type of pattern with his 4 strikes. Ugh, 3 5-stars, just disgusting. Off no pity rate? Okay, come on. Manicaster, bow, staff again? Okay. So, this has got to be it, right? This has got to be it. Maybe we'll even get a Manicaster we don't have. Maybe we'll get Irene, Cecile. Oh, I thought that was going to be the Manicaster. Come on. Okay, Halloween Laxi, I accept. We knew this was bound to happen going into things. Targeting 3 adventurers, or three different things, I should say. There we go! Halloween Sylas, coming through. All right, we cleared the banner, y'all. We didn't technically have to spark. And we got an Akasha. Not the spooky Akasha, but a little spooky. Okay, that's great. That is great news. Now here's my question. We're so close, right? We're so close to sparking. Do we just go for it? I mean, we're holding 3, but I think we have 1 in our goodie box. Let's assess our situation here. But yeah, Summer Leonidas, he's one of the candidates for me. I think he might be the best from a combination of gameplay and, just tangentially also happening to have a unique royale skill. The other characters I'm considering, one of them is Humanoid Mercury. Humanoid Mercury just being a humanoid great worm. There is some speculation. I saw a lot of comments that maybe Humanoid Jupiter's coming soon. Maybe he's even the character in the courtroom. Because the Dragalia Lost Twitter around the anniversary period started sharing a lot of Jupiter content. And they did that last time with Mercury. If I were to dream summon Mercury, I think just having her in the collection, but I wouldn't really use her, would be nice to have. I do think her shared skill I would make use out of and unlock. We have 4 Chronos Nyx. That's just absurd. How cavalier do we want to be here? I mean, if we don't, we get Champion's Testament. So let's check our Worm Sigils situation here. Wow, we cleared the banner. That was very, very good. We are not in Summoning Purgatory. I just have to take that in for a moment. Okay, so how many remnants do we have? We have 86. And where's the CTs? They're over here. Okay, so, I mean, if we just let this roll over, we're going to be able to redeem another Champion's Testament this month, and then we're going to redeem 2 Champion's Testaments next month because there is a monthly limit. If we go for it, it's kind of like we spent 3,600 Wormite and got a Sunlight Stone. And maybe we'll even hit a Nyx, which would be a little bit more awkward, I guess. Then we would really just spark for like an extra copy of Nyx. Honestly, I don't know what I want to do here. And I don't think I'm going to make the decision now. I think I'm just going to think about it a little bit more. And just be very satisfied that we got all of our targets. Maybe I'll just go for the Champion's Testaments. I don't know. I'll try post this. I'll try upload this, perhaps with time that y'all can let me know what I should do. But anyway, y'all, that is pretty much going to do it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the summoning session. It was on the longer side, but ultimately we were successful. We avoided the worst case scenario with like a triple spark or double spark being required. That would have been very, very unfortunate. And now have 2 new very exciting adventures that I can't wait to test out, as well as a really strong dragon that we got plenty of copies of. So I'm going to be taking a look at these over the next couple days. Expect some unit review videos to correspond to our 2 adventures here. And tomorrow, once again, free 100-fold summon. I will be posting my results, and I'll also go through the Halloween adventurers and dragons in that video just to give a little context, a mini review of where they stand today. Once again, though, that is going to do it for today, everyone. So thank you as always for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.